Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for August 2021. Sagittarius, we are going to jump right in here and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. Let's see here. Really nice already. I like this. You have the Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Love that. Your card showing up here. And the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Three of Swords, Sadness. This is from the past, though, Sagittarius. We've talked about this. So let's see here. You start off with the Lovers card here. And one thing I will say, you have the Lovers to the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles, to me, is the best love card in the deck. It is, basically the Ten of Pentacles is everything you desire to have in your life, everything you want in life. It's basically like having it all. It is my card of having it all because, it represents a tree of life. It is everything. And it's a there's like a family, but it's not just the happy family on this card. It's also the Pentacles. And again, I'm not saying it's just money. It's, whatever form of abundance you desire, it is basically everything you want in your life. I feel for a lot of you, the story I'm getting here is just very simple, right? It's like you maybe went through a relationship with a person here. I feel like maybe you're feeling like you wasted your time with a person. This reading is basically just saying, no, you really didn't. The Vulture Spirit says nothing is wasted. So I feel like this is kind of one of those readings that's saying, don't discount your experiences. It's funny, I was in the shower this morning. You probably don't need to know that, but I was taking a shower this morning. I do take showers, there you go. But that's where most of like my messages and stuff, like I get a lot in the shower, right? And I was thinking, it's funny because I was thinking about this morning, not the Vulture card, but I was just like thinking about like kind of like that Vulture energy without even associating the two. But now it's making sense to me why I was thinking about that. But again, basically what I'm babbling on about here is that this energy is kind of like an energy that says, there is gold in some of your negative experiences, right? And I feel like you need to realize that, especially, maybe you've gone through a breakup here with the Three of Swords, but there's something in there. There's some sort of reward. I keep telling people, and I've been getting this message for about like the last month. Really, I was kind of getting it before for a long time, but I think I wasn't very clear on what it was, the message that I was getting. But what I feel here is that it's basically saying that, there is gold in your challenges. There is a reward in the bad things that you've gone through. Most people just throw those things away. They're just like, I went through a breakup and my life sucks, right? I feel like this is saying, no. You need to look at what you learned because it's going to lead to something significantly better in your life. And that's what you need to realize here. I do feel, again, the Lovers here is kind of saying that you thought you were with your perfect person. Something happened, some sort of, I don't know, I'm just seeing a toilet bowl is what I'm saying here, Sagittarius. So again, sorry, but I have to say whatever pops into my head, and I'm just seeing the toilet bowl with the water going down here with the Wheel of Fortune. So you could have been in a relationship where it just went down the toilet, right? And now, maybe you're heartbroken, but I feel like you need to realize that there is kind of like a change that is going on here. And it's going to lead to something better. You have the Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Cups here. Again, I feel like you're trying to heal. I feel like more of a healing energy with this Queen of Cups. You're trying to heal from some heartbroken energy. And this, to me, is overthinking. So I feel like you need to maybe get away from the overthinking energy with the Seven of Cups. Sometimes I think when we've had too many failures, it's like we start to question things more, and I think it prevents us from starting things, right? The reason I'm saying this is I've been there, where it's like for years I was trying to be successful. I had a successful business when I was younger, and then things didn't work out. It's a long story. And then I tried to start another business, like a billion of them, basically, and nothing was working. I mean, it was like I was building up negative. I was going negative on everything that I was building. So then I got to this point where I had never had a hard time starting things before this, but then I started having this. I got to this point where it's like I was always looking for answers. Like I was always like wanting to be sure that something would work before I would get started. I had never had that before. I had never had that doubt. I had always just gotten started, and I kind of feel I'm saying this because I feel that energy for you here on this Seven of Cups. I know what that feels like, and really, I wish I had good advice, but I don't. Eventually, what happened is I just had to start getting started on things again. basically. And that's it. You have the Knight of Wands here. Again, someone could have turned out to be more inconsistent than you would have liked them to be here. I feel like someone started to, it's like I'm getting more of like a fraying energy here, like a frayed edge on like cloth, like his edges are ripped on his cloth or on his cloak right here. It's going to be hard to see on this little camera. But what I would say is that I feel like someone started to, it's like they're, it's like sometimes I think we get into a relationship, maybe we get into a relationship with a person, maybe they're not doing it on purpose, but they're not really being fake, but they're not being who they truly are. And it's like, you can't keep up that image for too long. So I almost feel like maybe you're with a person or you were with the person in the past who started to show their true colors. And it's like you kind of saw the truth. You have the King of Pentacles here. Again, I feel like you thought this was going to be permanent, and it just turned out not to be. And you have the Six of Pentacles as well. There's probably unequal give and take if this is love. For those of you where this is not love, again, I feel like you're trying to start something, but maybe you're at that point where you're looking for answers, like before you get started on something. You have the Nothing is Wasted card here, so I feel like you need to realize that nothing is wasted. I would be looking at any challenges that you've been through, not just love, but any type of challenge you've been through over the last few years. And I feel like you need to ask yourself, has the universe paid me for that challenge? Because if the answer is no, then you need to go on a little treasure hunt here, Sagittarius. I feel like you need to go and start looking for the reward in whatever it is that you've been through. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Five of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles here. Again, like good, bad energy. I feel like two ways about this row. Number one, toilet bowl, right? I feel like for some of you, you feel like something was wasted. Something just, went down the toilet bowl here, and I feel like that's not really true. The Wheel of Fortune kind of says that maybe an experience is part of our destiny. Maybe it's part of something that we're meant to learn. The Wheel of Fortune is your destiny. It is something that you are, it's also your personal vision for your life. It's like the direction you see your life going. The trick with the Wheel of Fortune is it's always spinning. Whether we control the direction or not, that's up to us. Like some people just, allow their wheel to spin without controlling it, and, their life is in chaos. So how do we control the Wheel of Fortune? With our vibrations. There's a snake on the other side right here, and that snake represents our vibes. So as long as you're keeping it positive or focusing on the positive, then things can go very, very well for you. You also have the Five of Pentacles as well, right here. Five of Pentacles reminds us to not call attention to our weaknesses. So I feel like you need to not call attention to your weaknesses with this Five of Pentacles. And you have the Two of Wands. Definitely time to move forward, move on from something from the past. This is probably what you're moving towards, a new opportunity. Could be a new love opportunity. It could also be a new job as well. But I kind of like where this is going, Sagittarius. So let's clarify this row. And let's get like rebirth energy here. And you do have the Judgment card here, but in this row, you have the Hierophant here. Again, I can't get away from the fact that some of you, again, I don't really do love readings. I do whatever comes up. So if love shows up, that's what, I start talking about. But I do feel like for some of you, you thought you were going to marry a person, and it just didn't work out. Let's see. You have the Lovers, like I said. And you have the Ten of Wands here as well. For some of you, you're at a crossroads in love. I would just pick the new path, plain and simple, with the Lovers. Ten of Wands like being burdened by choice. And so Ten of Wands says it's time to release a burden here with this energy. For others, I feel like you're getting to the end of some long burdens that you've been through. Again, I feel like you're finding the gold. You're finding your reward. His reward is getting to this village, being able to put down his burdens. So that's his reward for going through whatever he has gone through here. And that's like the reward that you're receiving is probably, getting to the end of a very long journey. For others, I feel like you're just, it's almost like feeling tested. Is the way I feel here. Like, again, I get that feeling of like wanting to start, but looking for answers before you get started. I hope that makes sense. Next, you have the Security card here. So I feel like you are safe and secure, obviously. What's the next card here? Yeah, you have the Stillness card. Maybe you do need to just slow things down at this time with the Stillness card is what I would say to you. It's funny because I said to someone last week, it might have been you. I don't remember. Don't quote me on this, Sagittarius. But I said to someone, like, how would you, it might have been Cancer, actually, now that I think about it. Doesn't matter. The point is what I said to them, and I'm going to say to you, is what would you do? What decisions would you make if you knew that your decisions were never wrong? I feel like sometimes people are like, do I pick this job or that job, this business or that business, this person or that person? But it's like, what if you just chose and you didn't think about it, right? And you just kind of just went with your gut, and knowing that you can never make the wrong decision. I feel like that's what people need to realize, is that we really can't make the wrong decision. And it's like, people come to tarot looking for answers, and I'm always like, yeah, but you don't really need tarot. Just make a choice. Just make a choice. You're not going to be wrong. And that's the secret of life, right? It's like, there's a saying from the Buddha that I always butcher, which is, if you only knew how perfect your life was, you would throw your head up at the sky and laugh. So it's like, if you only knew that nothing really goes wrong in our lives, it might seem like it, but I'm sure, and I'm not saying, as always, I'm not discounting anyone's struggle or anyone's difficulties that they've been through, but it's like, really, we don't make wrong decisions. We really don't do the wrong thing. I feel like the wrong thing is taking no action on something that we want to do. And that's like what this is saying here. You have the Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Judgment card. For some of you, I do feel this, like if someone broke up with you, by the way, I would kick that bozo to the curb, because the story that I'm getting here is that it's like someone's coming back saying, oh, I made the wrong decision. It's like, well, okay, too bad, is what I would say there. For others, I feel that this is saying, again, the Knight of Swords is rushing towards the Two of Wands, which is like making a change. Two of Wands is like leaving a comfort zone and taking the lead. So I feel it's time to make a change. There's some sort of calling coming in for you here. I'm going to clarify this right away, because I want to know, what is this calling here? You have the High Priestess. High Priestess is something that has a lot of potential. Let's see. You have the Page of Cups. There could be a new love offer coming in for you in the future. And the Two of Pentacles as well. Definitely at a crossroads here, Sagittarius, is what I would say. Did I say Libra? I feel like I've been saying Libra all day, so I apologize. I don't know what's wrong with me, but what I would say here is that I feel for some of you, it's like there's something, it's like there's a choice that needs to be made. I would just pick the new choice, like I was saying here. Two of Wands, Lovers, twice, the Two of Pentacles here. It's basically saying, don't second guess a decision. Don't second guess a choice that you have. Even the High Priestess, there's this B and the J on this card here, if it's going to focus, which I guess it's not. But the B and the J, it's kind of like you have a choice to make at this time. And the choice could be, the reason you could be hesitating is because, again, the High Priestess represents a choice that just has potential. The problem with potential is it hasn't been developed yet. So it's like, where is this going? And I feel like that's what you're asking. Where is this going, Sagittarius? You have the Temperance card, you, showing up in a very strong position. And the Four of Pentacles here. And let's see, the Nine of Swords. Get out of your head. Libra, Sagittarius. Oh my God. Sagittarius. What I would say here is that this right here, Temperance, is you. It's like, you know what this is? You are the key to your own success here, Sagittarius. Something requires you to be a part of it for it to be successful. And I feel like that's what you need to realize here. This could be a relationship, if there's a new relationship coming in, but you're gonna have to get into the relationship, obviously, right? For others, this could be a business or an opportunity. And again, you're gonna have to kind of get into it. Temperance, funny enough, he's trying to turn water into wine, trying to take a negative, turn it into a positive, which we talked about here. There is gold in the challenges that you have been through. You have the Eight of Pentacles. It's going to require work. I feel some of you need to go through something. Need to go through things that you've been through. I always tell people, it's like any good movie you watch about like someone's life, any good biography about someone who's been successful, nobody wants to hear like, oh, one day I woke up and I just became famous. Oh, one day I woke up and I just had $10 billion in my bank account. Nobody wants to hear that. Every good book that's been about like that happening, it's like, oh, I struggled, I lost 1 million boyfriends, I lost family members, and blah, 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 blah. Then I became successful. That's how it works, right? And that's what people want to hear in the first place. So this is why I always say, if you've been struggling, in a lot of ways, good. I know that makes me sound like a hard ass, but good, because now it's time. This reading is saying, good, you've been through the struggles. Now it's time to step into this success here, because you're about to become successful, and it's going to be part of your story. So it's going to, number one, it's going to make it more believable. Number two, it's probably just going to attract more good stuff to you here. Look at that. Look at this. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, major victory. This is a successful new beginning coming in for you. And the Page of Swords as well. Nine of Swords with the Page of Swords is like a temporary situation. But not only that, the Nine of Swords basically says you can choose to be the bug or the windshield, right? There is a person right here that's going to be impossible to see on this camera, maybe. But it's like there's one person with a sword standing over another person who's like on their back. It basically says you have a choice. You can be the bug or the windshield. What are you going to choose here, Sagittarius? This is a good reading in a lot of ways because I feel like you're becoming very successful. I also feel like there is something about your story, like sharing your story, sharing your struggles or needing to dive into the struggles that you've been through to kind of like find the gold, if that makes sense. But this is a good reading. Definitely could be new love coming in for you as well. So love it. This looks good. So thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.